Well, welcome to tonight's show. You're with Tom, Brian and Steve, and this is NRL from the Sidelines, and this is our preview for round 2, gentlemen.
Excellent.
Round 1 is done.
Yes.
Done and dusted.
And the teams are in.
Teams are in round 2. So let's have a chat about what is happening in round 2.
Choo.
So, Thursday night, Banquist.
Were you going to say Wednesday?
It was actually.
No, I don't think I could handle... My wife couldn't handle football Wednesday to Sunday.
What's he doing?
Just, let's keep going. Oh. Not an hour
Good.
My goodness. Pot kettle black, yep.
Quick, we talk quick?
Yep.
Okay, Banquist Stadium, Parramatta Eels versus Melbourne Storm.
All right. No changes to the Melbourne Storm. Let's go to the Melbourne Storm.
Okay, next game.
Did you like that one, Tom?
You happy with that?
You didn't ask me my tip.
Oh, you're here. Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry.
No, Melbourne, no changes. Parramatta have one, that young fella who was suspended, Matora Nakora, whatever his name is. No, who cares? Parramatta player. No one cares. No one cares about Melbourne either. Sally.
Hang on, we have Parramatta supporters and Melbourne supporters who watch this game.
Yeah, they both give me grief every week.
Didn't Janelle jump quickly? Janelle, well done. Boy, did you jump quick.
Way to go, Janelle.
Wow. Boy, she got you.
Anyway, I think the Eels are going to have to play very well to beat the Storm.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
I don't think they can beat the Storm.
Yeah, probably not.
Storm for mine.
Yeah, I'll be going the Storm.
I'll be going the Storm too. Okay, Central Coast Stadium, Warriors and Newcastle Knights.
Poor Ewan Aitken, bought to the Warriors to be the defensive centre, out for 8 weeks.
Yeah.
What do you do?
You know what would be interesting here? This is almost a home game for the Knights too.
I know. I'm going the Knights. I think the Knights showed enough against the Dogs that I think they will be more than competitive. So my tips for the Knights this week.
Do we know if Ponga's back?
No, Ponga's not back.
He's back for 4 to 6 weeks, I think.
Oh, okay.
I'm going to go for the Warriors in a narrow win.
You'll change your mind, Splinters.
Probably.
Okay, I think I'm up for the Warriors. I think the Warriors can win.
You guys are still in the Warriors. I'm telling you, because you didn't pick them last week.
No,
you're going to get so much hate mail. You're going to get so much hate mail.
No one
Warriors
hates.
is everybody's second team at the moment. Haven't you heard that?
No one hates me. It's all okay, and I've got broad shoulders.
You're just loved by everybody, right?
That's true.
No,
all right.
I'm just not overly convinced on the Knights yet, to be honest with you.
All right.
Okay, Seabus Super Stadium, Gold Coast Titans and the Brisbane Broncos. Both of these teams are going to have to lift.
Yeah, neither of them were very inspiring on the weekend. I'm going to go the Broncos by a narrow win.
If you took the Broncos first half,
yes,
they would beat the Titans.
Yep.
But they do have injuries.
Yeah, I'm going to stick with the Titans.
Okay.
Stick solid.
Well, no, only until next week. I think
home game might be worth something.
The Titans played okay. I know the game didn't reach any great heights. The Broncos are still missing Matt Lodge, Katoni Staggs. Sorry, are missing Payne Haas and Katoni Staggs. Yeah. And now add Matt Lodge to that. I don't know. That's too much grunt up front, if you ask me.
That's good grunt up front. I like that.
I'm leaning towards the Titans, but I am splintering on this one.
I was about to say that's a very easy way of saying he's splintering.
Yeah, no, it is because I actually think, given what the Broncos showed last week, they've got something. They're not going to win it. I don't know. It depends on which Titans team turns up. At Bankwest Stadium on Saturday afternoon at 3:00 is the Dogs against the Panthers.
Panthers should win this comfortably, I think.
How much will the Panthers win by? That is the question. I would not hesitate in saying 20.
Yeah, I think that's fair.
And the problem with the Dogs, one of the other problems is that they don't have a hooker. Not someone of note. I mean, Sione Katoa was let go by the Panthers, and he was their third, fourth, fifth choice hooker anyway. They'll exploit. The Panthers are great at exploiting a potential problem, and they'll just grind them. Sorry, Doggies fans.
Yeah, I have to go Panthers. I don't think it's going to be a 20-point win, but I'm going Panthers.
All right.
I think it will be.
Game
Talk
of the
about
round.
a flogging. Let's go to Manly.
Don't put yourself down.
No, I'm not. Trust me. Let's go to Manly against the Rabbitohs at Lotto Land.
Would you love it after this?
Steve, I got you something. I got you something, Steve. A little tissue box there for after this game.
Nice.
And
That is
and
nice.
this is to hand to you when we win. Is that what it is?
I would love to be standing in between you if you get humiliated. by
The
this.
problem with him giving me this is it's been in his back pocket.
It's been in my
for a
front
while
pocket.
now.
It's been in my front pocket. Couldn't resist it.
Okay, so let's just put it up there.
Ugh, it ruined the whole set.
Okay, Rabbitohs for me. I'm sorry.
Rabbitohs for me.
Wow.
You want to win the tipping comp, don't you?
That's the first time you've ever backed against Manly.
Well, no, he's doing a Sally.
He's doing a salad.
No.
Sally always tips against Storm.
No,
Always.
Trust me, if my team played like the Storm, I wouldn't be tipping against them.
But
Look,
she does and they win.
can I just say, we got lapped last week by a Roosters team that didn't get out of second gear.
Yeah.
The change that was made, Andrew Davey came in to the second row and Jack Gazeski dropped back to the bench.
Did Cade Cuss come into the team?
Yeah, so he's on the interchange bench.
So South have made changes as well.
Oh,
Mansour's dropped,
yep,
and so's Jacob Host.
yep,
So who are they?
They've
Who's
got-
come in for them?
Jackson Paulo has come in on the wing.
Yep.
Who was playing last year.
Yep.
And can't remember who's come in for Host.
Liam Knight.
No, Liam Knight's still injured.
Tadamago, no. Patrick Mago.
Probably Patrick Mago.
Yep.
So
Who's just signed with the? Oh no, that's Molo. Sorry.
So look,
Get
I
those
mean,
mixed up.
you know what? So I can't in all good faith,
yeah,
having such poor defence, making one change to the back row, with leaving Dylan Walker at fullback, leaving Cade. So at least Cade Cuss has come onto the
I was going
bench.
to say he's come into it.
I mean, thank goodness, because like I said, I don't want to bag anyone, but Lachlan Croker and Ruben Garrick just do not appear.
Didn't do it for you.
Yeah. And I hate saying that about Manly players who
When's Georgie back?
you've never heard me bag.
When's
What?
Georgie back?
Georgie who?
Tafua. George Tafua.
Oh, the guy who can't run or catch a ball. Oh,
I
sorry.
love Georgie.
I do love Georgie, but I think his time has passed.
Okay.
Okay, North Queensland and St George Illawarra is the last game on Saturday night.
At Queensland,
Queensland.
Country Bank Stadium.
I thought you were going to rass on
It's
Tom
a
for
toss a
taking
coin
it.
type of
No,
game, really. I mean, I think the Cowboys have got a bit of a defensive mindset, which I think will hold them in good stead against the Dragons. I reckon the Cowboys will win this, not comfortably, but maybe 6-10.
What, the Dragons?
Cowboys.
Right, yeah. I'm thinking. I thought the Cowboys were woeful last week. However, at home, I'm leaning towards them.
Mm-hmm.
That's all.
Yeah, I'm going Cowboys.
And it's only because they're at home. If it was down here, I'd be going the Dragons.
Yeah, yeah. I think I've got to go Cowboys as well. All right, Sunday afternoon at Campbelltown Stadium sees the West Tigers play the Sydney Roosters.
Roosters will be without Jake Friend, without Angus Crichton, and they're bringing in a couple of youngsters, Egan Butcher and Fletcher Baker. I get those two names mixed up. Egan Butcher, Fletcher Baker. It's quite confusing. One's on the bench. One's going to be starting, I think.
No, Egan Butcher isn't. Nat
Isn't he?
Butcher's no.
Oh, maybe one's in the final, the
reserves,
last four.
yeah.
Yeah, okay. So look, they've still got pretty much the same side they played last week. And that's right. Freddie Lussick comes in as hooker, and he was pretty solid last year in the games he had to play. So
Loved him when he was at Manly.
yeah.
Like-
Well, Verrills is not back for a couple of weeks. Radley should be back after he serves his stupid suspension, NRL.
Oh, stupid suspension. That's not even a suspension. It's, I'm injured, but I'm going to cop a 2-week suspension. They should make him his suspension after he finishes and gets back. What a waste of time.
He is, because he was supposed to come back this week. So he's
Waste
getting
of time.
2 weeks suspension after he
But
finishes.
should he be
finishes.
suspended in the first place?
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
I think it's dumb, and I think the NRL are making a rod for their own back
Well,
by suspending players who defend women who are being beaten.
It's the way he defended. It's not like he stopped it. He continued and promoted the violence.
Yeah.
Hey, that's what the media reports are.
And that's fine.
However, no police report equals no suspension in my mind.
Yep.
So.
Yep. And we're all about defending women, which we should be.
And I'm okay with him carrying it on just a little bit more too.
Well,
let me say.
Apparently
if
the guy
he
was a
walks
drop
away,
kick.
Yeah, of course he was.
If he walks away and that guy goes back and hits that woman again, then he's told, why didn't you do something about it?
There is a necessary level of violence, and I think he crossed that line.
No, not at all.
And
he was there, by the way.
And I'm on the Roosters.
Radley.
I'm on the Roosters as well, and they should win by a good 30 points.
No,
I'll take it.
No, honestly,
Yeah.
this will be a lot closer than what you.
They'll be plus 70 by the end of this weekend.
Don't give him a big head.
I'm not. I'm just saying the way it's the way I see it, Steve.
All right.
People out there want honesty.
Nestrata, Jubilee Stadium, Cronulla Sharks and the Canberra Raiders.
Yeah, Raiders should be winning this one.
Do you think the Sharks are happy to get 2 Sunday night games in a row?
Oh, I would be.
Yeah, I don't like waiting until Sunday afternoon for my team to play.
Yeah, but I love going to those games. So
do you think the Raiders can win this at all?
No.
Sorry,
the Sharks. No, I don't think so.
no.
I think the Dragons made them look good last week.
I think that the Sharkies were not impressive last week, and the Raiders were good. The Tigers put up a fight, and the Raiders just handled it.
The Raiders grew during the game, as a couple of teams did.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay, so that'll be the games for round 2. Gentlemen, I have a question for you, and the question is about Suwali.
Mm-hmm.
Should he be playing before 18?
Nope.
And I know you bagged me out on our Facebook page, but I was staying out of it because I think either way, no matter what I said, I'm not going to win.
The Rabbitohs started this conversation with the NRL to
So if
get
I
him
say
an
I'm
exemption.
against it, you say, well, hang on, you're a hypocrite because else we're going to do it.
Sure.
You say that
Sure.
I'm in favour of it.
Yeah.
I'm actually
I mean,
not.
if you look at what they presented to the NRL, the first point is there is a rule in place, and some people will say if there's a rule there, you shouldn't break it. Okay,
Correct.
Unless
but
you're Roosters.
Volandis has come out and said that he is prepared to field exceptions when they have merit, and one would assume that if it happens for Suwali, it's going to happen for one of Brian's players if it comes up.
What a crop.
And test the waters.
I'll
That's
tell
the
you.
thing.
I'll tell you why. All right. What's the biggest issue facing our game at the moment? Player
winning.
Player welfare, concussion. Concussion can happen at any age to any player
Correct.
at any time. At what age is your brain finished developing? Well, let me just tell you, it ain't 17.
No.
So, full stop. If they were serious about this rule and why it was brought in, the answer is no. Otherwise, if you're good enough, you're old enough. You know, I don't understand why they brought in a rule to protect young players, and then a club can say, "Oh, here's our evidence." And the stupid thing is that Trent Robinson twists things in such a unique manner. Turned around and said, "Your young halfback Sam Williams, we didn't ask an exemption for him because he's
We don't
different."
have Sam Williams.
Who's the one you got?
Sam Walker.
Walker. Sam Walker. We didn't ask for an exemption for him because he's a different body shape. It doesn't matter. A concussion affects the head, and that's why the rule was brought in. So I am 100% against it.
Sorry, but you said
The rule, if you're 18, if it's you're under 18 and you don't play, that's the rule. Unless you want,
you'd be happy for them to play.
Unless you want it to be, if you're old enough, you're good enough.
Would you be okay with that rule?
If you're old enough, you're good enough.
Yes.
Yeah, I personally would be.
So you just thrown your
No,
argument
I
out.
haven't.
No, I understand what
No.
he's saying. He's saying if there's a rule, stick to it. If there's not, then that's
Because
fine.
there's a
But-
rule that
but you
says
just-
you can't play, and the
Yes.
rule was brought
But you
in
just,
because
you just
players
argued that there's a certain age where you shouldn't be playing because
Yep.
you can get injured,
Yep.
and then you said if you're old enough, you're good enough. So you've just thrown your
no.
argument out the
Personally,
water.
personally, I think if you're old enough, you're good. If you're good enough, you're old enough.
Yep.
That is my personal opinion. But the NRL brought in a rule to protect players, young players, from concussion, and that was the rule. You
Well, I
don't
don't
play
think it was
till
just
you're
concussion.
18.
I think it was
but
a-
that was the main reason. And you know what? And the simple thing, if you're a Rooster fan, you say Brad Fittler, Andrew Eddinghausen, I forgot the guy's name.
Paul Kent listed a number of players since 1980.
Great players, like fantastic players. But if the rule says 18, it looks, even if it's not, it looks incredibly hypocritical.
So let's talk concussions for a moment.
Yep.
Are we at the point where players should wear headgear? All of them.
And is that going to make a
Making it
difference?
mandatory.
Is
No.
the headgear going to make a
think,
difference?
I think two headgears clashing is better than two skulls clashing.
The evidence would suggest not. The evidence suggests that headgear stops superficial cuts and wounds, but doesn't do anything
It's
for
not going to
concussion.
do a serious concussion. That's right.
But yeah, look, what do you do? Like, I mean, it's so hard. I mean, it's a body contact sport. I think that you have to take it perhaps a little bit, even more seriously than the clubs are currently taking it now.
Well, you could argue too about the old enough is good enough thing is that the NRL is also targeting behaviour that targets the head. So they're also trying to limit how much Joseph Suwali is going to get hit in the head and slammed into the ground too.
Can I just say, Phil Gould actually made a really good point when it came to young players. He actually made it, like, I think sometimes Phil Gould's got just absolutely nails stuff when it comes to this. He said, all right, well, let's make it, if you are under 18, you can play a maximum of 3 games a year. That's it. If you are between 18 and 20, you get to play 6 or 7 games a year. And then, you know what? You're not ready for first grade then until you're 20, and then you can handle it. You've been there, you've had your taste, you're ready to go.
Is that a restraint of trade?
I'm
Putting
just
a limit on it?
I'm just saying, like, you know, and that, to me, that makes sense. Like, that is a sensible stepped approach. And he actually used the example of, he actually brought up a list of young players that have come into first grade early and burnt out early. And said, imagine how good these guys could have been if they were like a Benji Marshall. There's another one. But they were still playing into their 30s.
Well, Trent Robinson has already said that he's going to step this guy up little bit by little. He's going to put him on the bench, bring him up for 10 minutes. He's going to give him just a little taste of it. And look, at the moment, we don't need him.
Yeah.
Honestly, we don't need him at the moment.
And that's the point. Bring him out for the South game.
No, that's right. Because
he
he'll get smashed by the Rabbitohs players.
So
talk about concussion.
Yeah,
it'd be another chapter in the book of feuds.
Yeah. I'm firmly in the no camp, but that's only because the rule makes it look like the league is bowing over to the Roosters.
Jesse Ramian.
Yep.
Tackles, hits a guy, swinging arm in the back of the head.
From the blind side.
3 weeks.
Should have been 10.
Should have been a lot more. If
Absolutely.
we're serious about concussion...
Exactly.
He was already being held. He didn't need to come in and hit him in the head. He was already being held.
100%.
He wasn't going anywhere. I'm fine with him to come in and be the third man in and make the tackle.
Yeah.
But not the swinging arm in the back of the head.
Hey, I agree. Like, I'm a big fan of the shoulder charge. I think, you know, shoulder charges will be a part of the game. They always have been. Yeah. But if you get it wrong, my goodness, you give them a suspension that will never make them look at that again.
Yeah.
And so, I agree with you, Steve. I think that was nowhere near long enough.
Yeah. Okay, so... one other thing that I wanted to bring up, and are we losing the characters out of the game?
Oh, are you talking about the Rudolph comment?
Yes, I am.
I can't remember the comment he made.
It was insensitive.
It was tacky. It was tacky. But you got to remember, he was talking to a particular show that is a little bit tacky in itself.
It's beyond tacky.
Yeah, well, do you know what he said? He basically said, "What are you going to do tonight?" He said, "Oh, I'm going to have about 1,000 beers."
That's right.
And then I might go down to Mounties and see what I can pick up. Anything will do.
Yeah, right. That's right. I remember that now.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness!
But he didn't say.
He said it in jest, as a joke.
He did say it in jest.
Yeah.
Because I don't think after 1,000 beers he's going to be able to even walk. But anyway,
he's got his beer glasses on.
But we come back to the point though, are we losing the characters?
Oh, 100%.
Honestly, this was a funny thing. He didn't say it on the Channel 9 News or anything like this. He said it to a show that plays up a little bit.
Yeah. Look, take a look at it from my point of view. Tom Trbojevic races a bloke down the Corso at Manly and injures his hamstring. If he hadn't injured his hamstring, everybody's going, "Oh, what a great bloke. This is fantastic." He does, and let me tell you, we're blowing up.
And they also said, sign that other guy.
Yeah, that's right, because he's fast.
He beat Tom.
Yeah, I don't know. I think one thing I'd like to mention that's been a bit in the news today is the awarding of Dally M points. You guys got
Yeah.
any opinion on that?
Yeah, don't give it to ex-players of those clubs. And I understand. No. I understand they're saying they can do, and I think they can do it. I trust them completely.
It's a bad
I just
look.
think it's a bad look.
Who got the 3 points from the Roosters Manly game? Because I turned it off by
But
then.
it wasn't Tedesco got
Brett
one.
Morris got the 3 points.
Yep.
Lindsay Collins, who had a decent
Yep.
game, but wasn't worth two points.
Yep.
And then Teddy got 1 point. That just defies logic.
I don't know. I would have given it to your second rower, Tupiulu or whatever his name is.
Tupanua. Yeah, well,
I thought he was exceptional.
He was worth at least one.
So,
Manly made him look exceptional.
look, yeah. For me, look, I think you know what? It would be great. It would be great if it went back to the journalists.
Yeah.
And they went down like the old rugby league week and gave everyone a score out of 10.
Oh, listen.
Bang, and then
Talk
you're
about
on.
going
I'm
back to
okay
out
with
of
the
a 10.
ex-players, but not Luke Lewis doing it for
Sharks.
Cronulla.
Yeah.
Or
Yeah.
Penrith.
Darren Lockyer doing it for
And not-
Brisbane. Yeah. Look.
Yeah, I
Another
don't
game.
question their integrity
No,
whatsoever.
neither do I.
but
No.
It's a bad look, and
Well, I don't-
people are going to question it.
Well, I don't like the 3-2-1 because if you're watching, and somebody asked Gavin Badger today, if he was a referee, could he do it? And he goes, no. He said because
Too busy doing
your
your job.
halfback and your hooker hold the ball more than anyone else.
right.
They're the blokes you're watching.
That's
So there's your 3-2-1 every time.
And the AFL, the umpires still award the points. It's ridiculous. They've got to watch their job.
All right, last
should be
point.
us. I could do it.
Should the Panthers give up Burton for the Dogs?
No.
They have no reason. They have no reason to do it.
No, they don't.
Not in their
But should
interest.
they?
He's under contract. He signed that contract in good faith. The club signed him in good faith. They have one injury, and this bloke's in first grade. No, they should not.
Do you feel sorry for him? Yes, I do.
I don't.
I do.
You signed the contract. You signed the
But
contract.
he's a young kid. He probably imagined he'd be playing first grade by now.
Well, let me tell you, something happens to Luai, he's there. He'll be in first grade.
Oh, without doubt.
You know,
Without doubt.
so what do you want the Panthers to do? Well, the Roosters have got 2 first grade teams. What are you going to do? Get rid of your second team so that the rest of the clubs can all pillage them? No, you sign them. You sign them for injury. You sign them in case something happens.
All right.
Stupid.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
If we had two first grade teams, we'd be winning the comp every year.
Well, hang on. Hang on. You're not playing Boyd Cordner, Jake Friend, Sam Vrelis. Who's the other one? Victor Radley, Joseph Suwali.
Yep.
Oh, geez, those blokes are no names. They wouldn't make first grade anywhere.
Yeah, well, if you had a club that people wanted to go to, it would make a difference.
Far out.
he actually does have a point.
Yeah. For now, until they start
because
losing
Nathan
again.
Brown wants to go to Manly, and I'm sure he's sitting back thinking, maybe. Geez, the money's got to be good.
Yeah, I mean that's a good one too. So Nathan Brown signs with Manly. What does he do then? Has a whinge because he doesn't want to play at Parramatta anymore. Let him go early.
Yeah.
Like you can't do it. You sign a contract. You're
but
there.
it's done. You know,
Yeah.
Penrith have let go players early to go to other clubs.
Yeah,
Let's face it.
part of a bit of a swap deal. Like they got Momorowski for
Nathan
Dane
Brown's
Laurie.
signed, is he?
I don't know.
Manly? Okay.
All right. Okay, that draws us to the end. Brian, you got anything intelligent you want to end with?
No, but you better be using I hope you're using those tissues on the weekend, Steve. I really hope you're using those tissues.
Tom, anything to end?
No. Looking forward to the second round.
Okay.
It's only round one. It gets better.
All right, this is
Or worse if you're a Manly.
This is NRL from the Sidelines here with Tom, Brian and Steve. Thanks for watching. We'll do it all again next week. Bye-bye.
See ya.
See ya.